folks, it's that time again, and we've got our special hat on because it's a special day. It is poker V.O.D.O.D. 21. That's it's quite handily my favourite number, in case you couldn't tell, just because of that one funny old Vine where it was 21. That's enough. That's enough to immortalise a specific number as my favourite. 9 plus 10. We all know it. I don't know why I'm describing this as if it's some niche art form. We all know the Vine where the guy goes, "What's 9 plus 10?" Well, he goes, "You stupid." And then the other guy goes, "No, nah." No, nah. He goes, "What's 9 plus 10? 21. A classic. Phenomenal. You know, can't be beaten. What I need to discuss is that actually, as well as being V.O.D.O.D number 21, this is also going to be the in a way, in some ways, the most important V.O.D.O.D that I have made to date. What do we think about this? A raise to 60. That's only 2 big blinds, so that's not what you're doing there. That's not that strong. With Ace Jack off. we're gonna go Ace Jack off. Home strokes chin. Yeah, that's just a classic. That's exactly the sort of flop that you get when you play like an Ace Jack. You know, you just miss everything. You're just left with like Ace High, and you're just like kind of like fingers crossed that you have enough to beat someone else. You know what? We can't be bothered with it. We're actually just going to fold that one, and I'm just going to finish my point. What I was talking about. The uploading of the YouTube videos has started to cause mild annoyance and strife, and by that I mean that YouTube, for the longest time I was making these, and YouTube was not, you know, giving any sort of adverse reaction, and then just the other day, the first of these V.O.D.O.Ds was flagged as being gambling, which obviously it is. I mean, looking at the felt as we squeak, I'm looking at the felt. So it is gambling, and it is allowed on YouTube if there's like, you know, verification stuff in place to ensure that nobody under the age of 18 is watching. So, you know, I understand and respect that. I'm gonna call because I've got an ace. I understand and respect that, but also it's reached a kind of critical mass. I tried to 5-head it. I think I discussed in the most recent one of these that I made. I discussed that I was going to upload it just directly as like, this is 18 plus content, and unless I'm missing something, which I could well be. Unless I'm missing something, you can't upload it directly as an 18 plus thing from the start. This is tempting because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 6, 7 would give me a straight, but I'm not that confident that 6 is going to come out, so we're going to fold there, and we'll let this hand go. Another 5, so not a 6. So little pat on the back. We'll do it with that hand as well, because that actually shows a bit more prominently on the webcam view. What was I talking about? What was I? I was in the middle of a sentence. Yes. You cannot, to my knowledge, you can't set the upload so that before it's even up, so that it's restricted, so that it's only people who are 18 and older who are going to view it. You can't do that. So naturally, because you can't do that automatically, I just had to change it as soon as I could. Once it was uploaded, I just instantly just changed it so that you had to be 18 or older and signed in to view the content. But I don't understand YouTube's back end, how any of that business works, but it kills any momentum, any oomph that your new upload has. That gets killed dead if you restrict it so that you need to be signed in and 18 to watch it. So the V.O.D.O.D that I posted, as I record this one here and now, bear with me un momento, and I will check my phone quick. Ace King suited, and the big blind is sitting out. It should be no surprise that this is one of our favourites. Yeah, so at the moment we're on 3 views. 3 views. No, the big blind's sitting out. If the big blind is sitting out, we're not letting that individual see a flop. You cannot just call when the big blind is sitting out. That is a no-go. That is a big no-no. We've raised because Ace King suited, it's a decent hand. And we feel bold enough to raise with it, to 3x the big blind. Sorry, I'm zoning in and out because I just get talking and it's just drivel. It's just such, I try to run the tapes back and think, what was I a minute ago? And I get a little bit lost because it was all just a load of hogwash. That's enough in that case. 3x the big blind is actually enough for us to win that one with our Ace King suited. So what I was discussing basically, it's got like 3 views in like a day, that is the worst that any of these have done, and that stresses me because now I'm in a position where once YouTube realizes that it's gambling content, YouTube restricts it so that you need to be 18 and signed in to view it. However, YouTube restricts it once they're aware of what the upload actually is and that it's gambling. But and that's fine. I mean, it's their platform; they're free to do what they want with it. But because of that fact, now that I'm aware that as soon as YouTube knows what I'm uploading, they don't want people to be able to just stumble upon it, which is fair enough. But on my end of things, also, it puts these videos in a kind of a little lockbox where you need to know exactly what you're looking for in order to find them. And I don't think that there's that many people who know to look for the V.O.D.O.D content, to make it worthwhile. So this is all a roundabout way of saying that we're, for now, and this is subject to change, as and when I fancy changing it, because it's my life. I'll do what I want at the end of the day. But for now, I do have to announce a hiatus for the daily V.O.D.O.D content uploads on YouTube. Which, it pains me because this has been doing some great things for my channel. My little channel is not monetized, never has been. Some question if it will ever be. Just gonna bet. You're playing to me like you're scared. You're playing to me like you don't really want to be involved in this hand. You just don't want to let me win it. And now we have actually made a pair. So, I mean, it's a horrific situation because this individual could have a straight. And if they have a straight, fair enough, I've been done. But they don't have a straight, so that's great. I actually have the straight. The 9 to king. We love that. Yes, so what I was waffling about before I got distracted by the actual action at the felt there. Yeah, this has all been, I mean, it's been great views, great watch time for my humble little dill house. It has been nice to see that. But all good things must end, and I just don't like the situation where, like, as soon as YouTube cottons on to what I'm uploading, they are instantly, well, cool, because runner, we've got some options. No, okay, we like that less. We're jack high, but we have a pair. Oh, I might regret this. I'm going to fold. I'm going to, you know, well, I say I might regret this. I'll never know whether that was regrettable or not. But I'm going to fold. Well, I have folded. Yeah, I don't like the dynamic where as soon as YouTube realises what it is that I'm posting on YouTube, they're like, no good. We don't want any of this. Two people all in. We're going to take this as an opportunity to slip away. We maybe should have called, but we just don't like the dynamic, and we don't know what this individual behind us is going to do, whether they will call. We don't like our chances, and our hand was nothing special. Yeah, they both had aces, so that's actually, we've made the correct decision there. We have. Yes. Once YouTube realises what I'm posting, they, like, lock it down so that people can't be watching it. And the other slightly frustrating thing about it is, like, the little notifications saying that there's, like, oh, something's going on the YouTube end of it, they don't go away. You can, like, click it time and time again. There's no action to take because they're just letting you know they've restricted your video. You know, acknowledge that, tick that, that's all fine. It doesn't go anywhere. I don't believe it counts as any form of strike that would build, you know, towards it's not something that would build in a way where my channel could eventually be banned or, like, shut down or whatever. But you know, it's just not. It's not aesthetically pleasing for on my end of things. Just looking at my YouTube studio, it's just a little irksome. So we're going to have to. Oh, we would have won. We would have won that. That is annoying. That is annoying because. Well, just because it is. Okay, come on, do what you want. You get in if you want. I'll be honest with you, regardless of whether you got in or not, this was happening because no time like the present. You've got to make bold moves. It's been called. We're ace high, 3 of a kind 8, 50%. We're splitting, we're chopping. We're chopping with this other ace. That's beautiful. 888s and a 9 and an ace. That was really nice. That was tasty. No, this one will fold. We got a bit carried away there. But this one we will sensibly fold. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of potential. I mean, today, in the current year, a assessing the state of my YouTube channel and what is and is not doable. Rich with potential. But I think because the system that YouTube has in place, at the moment, you're kind of throttled if you're trying to post poker content on your YouTube channel. It's quite clear that YouTube isn't crazy about that, and obviously there is plenty of poker content on YouTube. I mean, YouTube is where I have watched seasons, many a season of Poker After Dark or whatever it's called. Other shows, I think there's several yank shows. Okay, well this time we're the big boy at the table. We're willing to just shove it all in because we think it might tempt one of these players to call, because this is something we're doing to look confident. We're trying to portray confidence. Shambles. Shambolic. Oh, but I still... Hey. That'll never get old, right? When you're watching the V.O.D.O.D content and it's clear that I'm missing out on a little something that's going on. I'm under the impression that oh no, all my chips, I've lost them. And then I get some back and I'm like surprised by it. It's genuine, you know? It is genuine. Scratch his chin. So, I'm in a position at the moment, frankly, I've discovered the joy of recording and uploading some form of what you would call gaming. No, we'll check. We considered it because we were like, what if they don't have a jack? If they don't have a jack and we've got a 5, then unless they had, say, a pocket pair of some sort, we would be in a good position. But I don't think they do have a jack. So I think they're not going to call this. It's my prediction. Okay, well, I was wrong. 2 pairs, jacks and 5s. Okay, I still don't think they have a jack. I'll bet again. I mean, this would put them all in. That is humbling. That is really humbling. I'm so glad that I vocalized my thought process there, just so that when their cards were revealed, it was really crystal clear to everybody that I was completely off kilter. I was barking up the wrong tree. I didn't read them as having a jack. Something about the action on the flop. I think they checked the flop, which is, hey, well played, you know. Better men than I have played this game. Better men than I continue to play this game. And not just men, mostly men, because it's poker, but, you know, better men, better women, better they, them. We acknowledge it, we respect it all. It's all valid. So, what I wanted to make clear in today's V.O.D.O.D, because this is the 21st... matches the hat, eh? 21. Because this is the 21st. But it's also really, it's the first. It's the first since I've decided that I don't wish to continue making this content on Dillhouse. It's the first since I've had the realization that, like, no. You know? So it's a new leaf. So, but we're as I said, hiatus. So we do 21, and then we do a hiatus. And I don't know. There may be some changes to YouTube. Not that, just to make it really clear, I'm not out of my mind. I'm not bugging and like thinking that YouTube are going to see that I'm no longer going to make the V.O.D.O.D content, and then as a result of that, as a reaction, they're going to reconsider and go, oh, actually, we're going to let the children watch the gambling videos. I mean, I'm not a knucking fuckcase, so I don't believe that will happen. We have, just then, 9-2 has beaten King 7. Now, had that individual had pocket kings and I'd beaten them with 9-2, I would feel horrifically guilty. But just a king, I mean, we're fine to beat that. We can beat that with a clear conscience. So yes, we are hiating. If you came and took a pew in the Dill House to watch this slop content, the poker slop, by all means stick around. But YouTube has made it pretty clear that they don't love to have me uploading free roll poker content onto their platform, and we respect that. We understand that. Now there is 22,000. No, they might have a pocket pair. They don't, but they had a better ace, so we're actually pretty chuffed about that. To be honest with you, we're chuffed about that one. It doesn't quite make up for the incorrect read that we made about the jack a few hands ago, but it's progress. It's the right direction. Okay, blinds are 1200. So Queen 3. This hand, I swear to God, this hand today, yesterday, you know, presumably some third instance. Queen 3 it just finds me everywhere. Bom, 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 bom. Yeah, okay. We would have made a pair of threes, but the individual who won the hand had a pair of kings. So, you know, we've played that correctly. We're happy little boys about how we played that one. At this point in the free roll, it is just a lot of folding because, like, I'm ready. I'll put it all in there once I have something good. 10-4 off. That's nothing. So throughout this journey, I think what I was talking about a minute ago, what I was blathering on about, my follow friend, I was saying, like, yeah, you know, if you found the channel through the poker content, then you're epic, you're a legend. We would like it if you stuck around for the other content that we make, but we're not. I mean, we're not gonna. We can't really hold you to account for that. And we appreciate the time that you did spend with Dill House, in the Dill House. But there are platforms that are... Oh, look at that. Pocket Aces one. Oh, that is nice. That was nice. And then someone showed a Queen Jack and they didn't win. Yeah, at this point we're 2,000 ante, so we've got to just go all in with Queen 7. So who knows? But just because the Dill House V.O.D.O.D poker journey is coming to as I say, a hiatus, that doesn't mean that we're necessarily done doing this stuff anywhere. There is, of course, the platform known as Kick, which previously I only really heard of and thought about as the home of Kino Casino, who nowadays their YouTube channel has been detonated. That's gone. They're like very banned on YouTube. But they make that show live on Kick. Now that show isn't, I mean, it's not gameplay. I mean, poker is gameplay. Technically speaking, I believe that this is closer to being the kind of thing that you should stream on streaming sites than Kino. Maybe, but I don't even necessarily want to articulate that thought aloud, because that might have been silly AF. So we'll consider it. We will perchance, we will have a ruddy good think about transferring the V.O.D.O.D content over to Kick. The only real issue I have with that, it's not the fact that I know that nobody's going to be watching, because if you stream anywhere, whether it's Twitch, Kick, YouTube, whatever, you know, you should be prepared to be streaming to an audience of 0 for a good while. I'm now all in with Queen 5. That's because the big blinds have really flown up. The big blinds are ruddy 30,000, so we actually don't quite have enough for it. So we're all in. And we're not too hopeful about this one. We won that hand a minute ago, and that felt really good. That was beautiful. But this one, we're at peace with the fact that this might be the end of our game today. No. 2 pairs, queens and threes. That is really fun. Oh, okay, but you know, a couple others also made some good moolah out of that. I just got the bigger cut, but this is wild. This really is crazy. This is we're position 14 at the moment in the free roll. So this, genuinely, SpongeBob obviously, this is a great result for the final V.O.D.O.D before the hiatus begins. This could be the heights we've soared to. So the 40,000, 20,000 blinds. I know I usually make a big deal about never fold your small blind, but oh no, but it's suited. Yeah, it depends on Johnny Be Good. If I call and Johnny Be Good goes all in, I'm going to be fuming. So close. So close. Oh, look at that. And we're a winner still. Oh, look at that. We're position number 3 out of 155. This is wild. So it's a 5,000 ante now, and the blinds are 50k and 25k. No, we don't want to be involved with 190. No, thank you. So, yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. I'm just blathering on and like probably saying the same thing over and over again. When I rewatch this V.O.D.O.D, I'll be ripping my hair out, I'm sure. Because I'll be like, oh no, yeah, you've already said that. Just stop Ruddy saying that over and over again. But, But this one's getting long. We're reaching like the half an hour mark. Yeah, boy. 6-7. Oh, 65,000 a call. No. Oh no, they were sitting out. You're kidding me. Has to be. We have to do it. We've got ace queen. I can't believe that. That was disgraceful. They were sitting out and I didn't. I need to issue an apology to viewers of today's V.O.D.O.D because there are frequent pauses of just silence breaks out, and like it's the kind of thing where you might be head scratch, strokes chin, what's going on? But I'm just at a loss for words when I see the ruddy hands that I keep winning. I've never had a bigger balance than this, I'm sure. So it's a 10,000 ante, it's 100,000, 50,000 blinds. We're in a nice position, but we're not gonna go crazy. We're not gonna like throw our weight around loads. It's a little bit tempting to like all in and just see if any of them fancy it, because we can eat a few losses, but also with all of that said, we also we have a nice reservoir of blinds that we can sit through. I mean, antes that we can have whittle away our stack. So current payout is 34 cents. That is tippity top. Before I started recording these free rolls, I had a little. I probably still have. I know I still have it. I used to just screen cap. I just used to snip out like whenever I cashed, and it was like not like 8 cents. I wasn't keeping track of that stuff. No. I wasn't keeping track of like the chump change, but I would take a screen cap if it was like like 50 cents and upwards, that sort of thing. So I've got a folder of those somewhere on the computer, but I can't be bothered to dig that out at the moment. And then of course there is the one free roll that I played that I actually won, which I played on a mobile device, and I have a screenshot of the beautiful moment where I was given my $28 or so, whatever I won. Or is that, no, that's just my balance now is $28. Yes, my balance now is $28.93. So I must have won, maybe, I don't know, like 20 plus? I don't know. Who knows? We're just being silly. We're just being silly and quirk-chungus today. We're just in one of those moods. 9-3 suited. We're now only 6th out of 53. So some other individuals are coming for the top spot. We don't mind that. We're not crazy about we're not crazy determined to just play a load of hands at the moment. We really just want to see how many more people will drop out if we just continue to fold our rubbish hands. If we just are passing by most of the hands, a lot of people are going to take shots and they're going to fail. Okay, but now I say all of that, but now we have ace 10. Oh, okay. No, they both have me covered. So if I called and no, you know what? Actually, no. We will go for it. I was gonna say, because if we call and we don't hit anything, then we're out. But then I stroked his chin and thought about it a bit more, and I thought, it's not going to get much better than that. Ace 10, I mean, you've got to play an Ace 10. I mean, they may, to be fair, they may have like Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, that type beat. But we don't know. There's only one way to find out. Ace 2, okay. Well, would you look at that? We're above 1 million. We are now the big boy. We are the big boy in the game. This is wild. This is... And to think, it only took 9 plus 10 V.O.Ds O.D. for us to find ourselves in this situation where I'm the man in this game. At the felt, I am the felt master. We've got more than 1 million. Yeah, and we've got an ace, and we've got an A6. So we'll just put it all in, and we'll just hopefully know. Just know that if it doesn't work out well for you, you're going home. Aww. Yeah, that's fair. We pushed it a bit far. Oh, but we're still a winner. But look at that. As usual, I did not properly understand what happened. And it worked out beautifully for us. So we are position 1 of 29. We are the big blind. We have 9-3 off. That is... All of that is a shame. Yeah, okay. So you're all in, but you're not even making a big blind. So what are you going to do? You're going to call... I'll check. No, we're not vibing with it. We don't have a club. You know what's poker yeehaw? We'll show you some respect. Oh, and look at that. And they had an ace queen. And they made 2 pair. That was beautiful. That was a great example of the correct hand won that time. And it wasn't me. I don't always have the correct hand. I'm not an egomaniac. I'm not out of control. I'm not a narcissist. Sometimes I don't have the best hand. Oh, I don't even need to raise it. But I could if I wanted to turf him out. I think I do. I think I do want to turf him out. Because I've got King 3 suited. It's suited and booted. And that's beautiful. And that deserves some recognition and some respect. So they're taking their time. They're having a big strokes chin moment, wondering what to do. Whether to go all in. Because, I mean, at this point, the payout at the moment is 84 cents. So, whatever we end up backing here, that is frustrating. That is frustrating. Had the river been a heart there, we would have been happy boys. We are now only 2. We are now only... I just spat like a little bit of... Yeah. 175,000, 350,000. The ante is 35k. We are now just number 2. So we've got to play maybe a touch more tactically, maybe a touch more strategically. We're being moved table. That's fine. We'll... Oh, hot dog. Been a while since we've had a pocket pair. Now, Dollar Papa, that is one of the individuals with more money than us. So, with that in mind, we're probably just going to call. We're just going to... And we'll hope that they don't get involved. Just check. Oh no, I'm fully off base. I was like, just check. No, he's the small blind. This individual who doesn't even have enough chips, that is the big blind. So, but I stand by the previous statement. I hope they don't get involved. You've got bare money. Just let that 200k go. It's not that important to you. Don't do anything crazy. Well, that was a load of bull. Be honest with you. And you know me, I call it like I see it, but that last hand there, that was a load of bull. 50,000 ante. So after the ante, we will still have just over 500k. So we like those odds. We think we want to see another hand, and also position at the moment is 6 out of 16, but now the next money jump is 15th, and that's when it goes to $1.16. So we're on the precipice of that. We're close. We're not the big boy of the game anymore, but we're still set for a fantastic result. I mean, this is going to be far and away the most money that we have cashed in any of these games. Queen 9 suited. Okay. Well, we are now at 116. And accordingly, Queen 9 suited is good enough that we'll go all in. We'll give that a look. And truthfully also, we've been recording for like 42 minutes. And we don't need to go, but we don't not need to go to the little boys' room. So that is a factor that must be considered. What a day it's been. What a result it's been. And this is really, it is the beautiful finale. It's the sort of finale that I only could have dreamt of. For my final poker V.O.D.O.D before placing the series on a hiatus. And rest assured, I haven't made my mind up yet whether I want to give any of this a crack on kick. Two pair. We've beaten ace queen with queen 9 because we're industrious and we made two pair. Ace 3. I'm back in number 1. I am just gonna go all in. I just have ace 3 and it's just suited, and I'm just gonna go all in about it. To be frank with you, we're just gonna go all in about it. Yeah, I haven't made a decision yet whether I'm definitely gonna give this a crack over on kick. I'm gonna take a few days, if not weeks, to stroke my chin about it, and I'll consider whether I want to do that. And should I decide to do that, I will make a community post of some sort on the Dill House YouTube channel to make you aware, so that you'll know where to head over to kick. You'll know where you need to be if you want to keep up to date with the hot V.O.D action. %. Criminal. It's a tearjerker whenever you get 0% when the river hasn't even come out and you're already on 0%. That does feel bad. And now we're 2 of 9. So so it's 9. So is it still 2 tables? Yes, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of us over here, and there's 4 other little rag ends are somewhere else playing. So come on, just fold, just fold, just fold. Just let me keep it. Just fold and let me keep it. Just fold and let me keep it, and we'll both stick around. And we'll both stick around, and we can both make it to the final table. And you've run out of time, so I don't know whether you consciously made a decision to let the timer expire. Tournament is currently in hand-for-hand play. Next hand will be dealt when all current hands at other tables are finished. So that means that Simon and Garfunkel over at the other table have got some hand cooking at the minute. Simon and Garfunkel and their other 2 friends that are making up the other table of 4 players. Okay, so the big blind is all in. So that individual is also all in. So Andy's 125k. So we'll still be... If we folded, we would still be above $1 million, even after taking the hit from an ante. But we have to call. We were just kind of priced into that. We're a winner. We lost some chips there. We moved down a little. But, hey, we're still a winner. This is crickety cray. So my payout at the moment, if I were to finish second, I would be bagging $9.20. This is I've never made it this far before when I've been playing these actually at home. I haven't done this because the one I won before was when I was out and about and I was playing it on the mobile app for 888 Poker. Of course. Okay. So we're 5 out of 7. How quickly you can fall off in this game? So it's 125k ante. So that will bring us down to, we'll have more than 500,000 still. Really, we just want to stay above 500k. That's what I'm thinking. So I think actually I can let the 10-8 pass me by. It could make something nice. 10-8 suited, but you know, these other individuals on the blinds, they have chip counts that scare me. So we are just going to fold that one. We'll just let that go. We're hoping that one of these big boys is going to take the other one out. And would you look at that? There's been a winner. It is the Jack 8 has beaten the King 6. And now we are down to 6 players. And I am in position 5 of 6. And okay, so we could leave with just 320. But could we? Because no, because that guy's all in and they're the person who's below me. So have we secured the 430 even if I don't know. Too many thoughts. We're just going to go all in because we have an ace. We have an ace free. So we're just going to go all in because I don't need to explain myself. I'm at the final table. It's just classic already that it's just a 0. So there we go. But hold on a moment. This is the most important time that I'm ever going to do this. Likely. in the entirety of the 888 Poker free roll V.O.D.O.D, I should say. I was thinking about that earlier. Put a pin in this for a second. I was thinking about that earlier because I say V.O.D.'s.O.D to be like VODs on demand, but that doesn't make sense that you would say V.O.D.'s, because if you were making it a plural, if you were saying VODs, that would still just be a V. So there wouldn't need to be an S at the end of V.O.D. We're taking the pin out. We'll get back to the actual important subject now. We've completed the free roll festival, the $200 fabulous winner spinner free roll tournament, 5th out of 2,749, and we've won $4.30. That is tasty. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, sorry, just bear with me a moment there. No, not this. Why is it not letting me do it? Okay, let's try again. No, okay, that's fine. We'll close that one because we don't need that. So now maybe that I've closed that one, now maybe it's going to reconsider and let me... Yes, there we go. And we got there in the end, folks. $33.23. We've cracked the $30 mark. We're chuffed as chips about that. So whether this was I think what I'm going to do with today's, I might have said this earlier in the, I'm losing my mind because we're 50 minutes in now at this point. I'm going to just upload this, and this time I'm not going to bottleneck it myself. I'm just going to upload this. I'm going to upload this and let it stand for itself, and I'm going to keep an eye out for how long it will take before they come and smack me on the hand and change who is able to view it. I'm being careful. I'm also selecting my language carefully now as well, because I've just started pranging a little bit about if they have some artificially intelligent system keeping track of what I'm nattering on about. But we've passed the $33 mark. We're chuffed as chips about that, and for now, the poker V.O.D.O.D goes on to hiatus. But thank you very much for watching. Appreciated. Do I know when?